Do what?
This is my better side.
What's your better side?
So I'm going to talk like this.
You're going to talk like this?
Yeah, because see, right here.
Is that your better side?
Yeah, see, this side is my better side.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
Well, we're on air right now.
Are we? Well, you're going to edit.
Hi. No, I'm not. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Growing Up Chestnut. Becky couldn't be here tonight. I finally have a back, and so I'm back. And this is my lovely wife, Amber. So the love of my life here. So tonight she's going to co-host with me on this episode, and she's going to tell you what it's like to live with a chestnut. And I've got a lot of videos to show you. Well, baby, you always say, why am I ever on your podcast and all that? So sometimes be careful what you wish for, right?
Sure.
So well, here, we got to be able to hear you. Okay. So that's very important.
Okay.
We'll talk louder. Not if you talk. Her and Becky, they get on the microphone because believe you me, she talks louder than that. Okay. And I think I have a video to show that. Let's see if I have that.
This is how you're wanting to start out?
What?
This is how you're wanting to start out?
Well, yeah, because I have to show everybody what it is.
What videos are you showing?
So this one here. Oh, wait, this is one I got today. I want to show. It's hilarious, okay? So.
Okay. This hurts me more than it hurts you. Okay. Here's the key.
Remember when Holly started driving?
Let me see your drivers.
Yeah.
Make sure you're legal.
My journey.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Holly is driving us all to Tom Thumb.
So this is our daughter,
We're going to
Holly.
get a gallon of alcohol because she can now drive. Oh, pray for us. Holly, you've got your seat adjusted. And she's moving. Oh, good God, help us, Jesus. Let's have a prayer. Lord, be with us today. We have a teenager that's driving. Okay, Lord, hear our prayers. Holly, you didn't close your eyes. God, we're gonna. Okay, you put the key in. Where's the key?
Hold on, can I adjust my mirrors?
Wait, yeah.
All that
God,
attitude.
you're talking to me.
Don't adjust everything in the car.
Okay, well, she had. Let her adjust the mirrors. Okay, shh. You got to start the car to adjust the mirrors here.
Yeah, I know that now.
Oh, great. It's a teenage driver that knows everything already. Hey, Mom, are you excited?
No, because I'm in the back seat. And y'all are in the front seat.
John?
And Holly better not get in a wreck. I'm going to be really mad when I go in heaven.
And
Prince
my car
John.
now has been
All
adjusted.
right, great. Holly's driving. John thinks he's going to heaven. Let's do this now. Okay?
But he
car
had manners.
started.
Excuse me?
Okay.
Please reverse. I'm going in reverse, knowing how to drive.
Everybody, let's don't make her nervous.
Do you need sunglasses on?
This is. We're moving. Shh, we're moving.
Wait. Does she know that there's a brick wall over there?
Yes, she's.
Holly, did you know there's a brick wall? I live here. I know there's a brick wall right there. Holly, never back out of her driveway.
All right, that's good. Let's go.
Mommy, you make me nervous.
There's something I used to learn that might come in handy with us right now. Everybody repeat after me. Give us this day our daily bread.
There's cars. Holly, are you going to stop? I'm stopping. I'm stopping. I'm looking.
Maybe
I don't
you
know
should
why
stay
y'all
home,
invited
Amber.
me.
Maybe you should shut him up.
Okay, this is like Amber.
This is bad on Holly, not
This
you.
is like a happy family. Especially if this is our last footage.
I'm trying to.
Okay, we're going to Tom Thumb, everybody.
Oh my gosh, it won't go backward.
It won't go backwards. Great, I'm feeling more comfortable every moment of the day.
Is it a drive? Why does it move by itself? Okay, guys, go get the trash can. I'm not. I got this, you guys.
Why are we going to Tom Thumb? We're going to. Okay, you're taking a left. We're going to the non-busy.
We're on Highway 29.
Oh God, help us. Okay,
Which one are we going to?
you take a left. Do you know which way's left?
So which was left?
I know.
Just let them get it.
You got it against something?
No.
Oh
Go
my
to the
gosh.
parking space.
Remember, this car was brand new too.
Yes, brand new.
Go to the furthest parking space. Yeah, so no one's around it.
We were so
Mom,
scared.
you messed me up. Now I gotta
Take both of them. That's good.
Now I gotta back up because I was getting that one.
You what?
I was going to get that one, and I gotta back up.
Gas pump's behind us. Can we not back up too far? She's right in the middle of both parking spaces.
I know because y'all messed me up.
It's our fault.
We will be talking while you're driving. Stop!
Because I'm trying to go up those ones.
God, please give us strength. Oh my gosh. So that was.
I don't miss having that as a teenager.
You don't. I don't miss that either because kids are so wonderful. So me and Amber are becoming empty nesters now.
Yeah.
John graduated,
Joining the army.
joining the army.
Mhm.
And so he'll be taking off soon. So we're going to be empty nesters and stuff. But do you remember coming into the family? How what was your? Because Amber's an only child. She's an only child, so she married into the Clump family and stuff. Do you remember your first experience with my family?
I remember the first time I met your parents. They were fixing to leave to go to Romania for a month or so. I think it was like just a night or two before they left that I met them. I feel like I got called somebody else's name that very first time.
Mom and Dad can never say Amber's name right. All my old girlfriends, ex-wives, anything they could call her, they called her. But then they came up with Heather,
And I wanted to know who Heather was.
and none of us knew a Heather.
Right.
And so we couldn't figure that one out. So, but Dad was always full of great advice.
Yeah.
So let's go find that one real quick. So let's go find that. I think that one was
From our wedding.
this one here.
Oh, yes. I remember
Yes.
this one.
Dad and his great words of wisdom.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you about some advice. And boys, you have to make choices in this life, you know. And the choices is this, you know, it's either, this, that, or the other. That's the choices. So either you choose this or that or the other. You have to make your mind up which one's going to be.
And that was Amber. So I'm sneezing tonight. Amber, what?
Are you going to edit that out?
No, people sneeze in real life, so they're not gonna care that I sneeze.
It was a little
What's really
obnoxious.
upset is that you called it obnoxious instead of Cahunt.
I said bless you. It was very loud
Oh,
in my
you said
ear. I said
Is it
bless you.
Canhoot?
I can't say that.
Hello.
Bless you.
I'm a loud sneezer, by the way.
Are you done?
I don't think so. I don't. I'm sneezing tonight.
Are these lights too bright for you?
Probably so. Yeah. So when I came into the family,
You were born into the family.
yeah, I was born into the family.
You were
so
very young when you came into the family.
I was.
Do you remember when you came into the family?
No, I just remember a bright light,
Okay.
and I followed the light, and then
Yeah.
there was Dad. You know. Oh, so I got to show everyone our wedding though. This is so funny. So our cousin Michelle,
Mhm.
she married us,
She did.
and but then Dad had such words of wisdom, and you all know my dad. So this is Dad sharing his words of wisdom. Oh my gosh, this was funny. Okay, I'm getting married today, and I'm marrying her. I'm marrying her.
And she's very stressed out today.
Which is why it's probably not a good idea to have a video camera in my face at the moment.
We've grown up so much since then.
We have.
Talk to y'all later.
It gives us 3 commandments.
Of course, Dad has to talk.
And that is for the wife to be submissive, the husband to be loving, and for the children to be obeyed. And so, I'm not going to take And I have written this out today.
My dad, the Commodian.
Let's look for the Lord in prayer.
That was my dad. He was the Commodian, so he had on there no returns. So
And I didn't
funny.
return you.
And you didn't return me. We had some Amber and I. It was a rough start, wasn't it?
It was.
We both came from some
previous relationships.
previous relationships that we had to get over, and it took a long time.
It did.
But I love this woman to death. This is my person. She is my person. No one else would put up with me like she does, you know. And so we're living our best life right now, aren't we?
We are. We are.
I cannot complain. And I had my little baby granddaughter over here earlier, Delilah. Oh, she loves Poppy, don't she?
She does love Poppy.
She loves her puppy.
But Poppy loves her too.
Oh yes, I like spoiling her. And she wasn't cranky with me. We sat in a chair, and she kept bringing her book for me to read to her. And she likes it when I tell her, what does a sheep sound like? You know what a sheep sounds like?
Tell me.
Bah, bah.
No, that sheep sounds very sick when you say that to her.
I know. You should hear Delilah say it, because she just goes, bah.
She did a cow for me the other day.
Did she?
Mhm.
That she's so cool. That we've
She
got
is.
the greatest little granddaughter in
We
the
do.
world. Let's see. I found some other videos too I want to share.
I'm a
So
little
let's
scared.
go over here.
What else?
And
did
I
you
don't
find?
remember. I don't remember. So let's see what this one is. Okay.
I'm
Let's
sure
see.
you remember.
Oh yes,
Oh,
yes.
this one was funny.
We got a Ring doorbell, and so every time we got this Ring doorbell.
Hi.
What do you?
This is fun.
I can never leave the house.
Bye.
I can
Bye,
never.
Mikey.
Are you serious? Too? So I got John and you both with me getting out of the door.
To what?
I got you and John harassing me as soon as I get out the door.
Why have I not heard from you today?
See, I am going to start posting all this crap on Facebook so people can see how you harass the trophy husband when he's trying to.
No, but typically you text me and say, good morning, babe.
I haven't gotten to my car yet, babe.
I've left you.
I'll text you as soon as it's back there.
Now, John's at school, Amber's at work, and this is what you guys do to me with this Ring doorbell. I forgot something.
You forget something?
If you're not supposed to have your phone out at school, get back.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Good job.
Bye. Bye, Mike.
Can you hear me, Mommy?
What, John?
Bye.
Where are you at?
Locker.
Bye, bye. Have a good day.
This is my family.
I was
so-
shocked I could hear him though through it. It was weird.
but all the time. And Amber's still now we've moved up to Vivint home security. So
much better. It's a little more in real time than
oh
the
yeah,
Ring
more
doorbell.
quality. She can harass me so much more. But did you see how much weight we've lost?
Yes.
We have lost.
First of all, the Ring doorbell is not a pleasant view of anyone.
No.
I've discovered they need to update their camera equipment. But yeah, since our Ring doorbell days, we've both lost a lot of weight.
So me and Amber have lost a total of how much
I
weight?
don't know. We're over 200 pounds between the two of us.
200 pounds.
Mhm.
That is a whole. That's a whole large person right there.
I'm 100 and a few. You're 100 and a few.
I'm 178 pounds.
No, right. But you haven't lost 178. So you've lost 100 and
I've lost about
110.
102 pounds. I've lost 102 pounds because
And
at
that's,
Holly's wedding I was 280 pounds.
And that's about where I am too.
Maybe 285
Yeah.
actually. So that was the biggest I ever was
Yes.
with it. But anyway, so it's been a great journey.
Yes.
We've had a great year actually. So it's been a really good year for
Has
me and
been a great
her.
year.
You know, we were in a really bad car wreck during Hurricane Sally. And it really
Next month will be 2 years.
next month will be 2 years. And I suffered a lot of PTSD from it, back injury, things like that. We haven't been able to talk about it online
Right.
because of the lawsuit and all that, but we finally went through a settlement and everything. And we're not rich by any means, are we? No. But we're getting to experience what it means to be debt free.
Yes.
And we're really blessed. God has blessed us. 2 weeks ago, we got our settlement, and it was really nice because today I was able to send a check off to pay off my my vehicle.
Yeah.
And
We paid off mine.
We paid off
last
Amber's last week with it. So, and we paid John's off.
Yes.
And so we have just a few little small bills. We paid off our credit cards, and then we got a few doctor bills and things like that that we're paying off, and then we'll be done. And of course, we still got our tithe, Pastor Tim. Haven't forgot about our tithe check. We got that coming, and all that stuff because God's blessed us.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to ever go through that. God has a funny way of doing it. But Amber and I, our life has been fun. I think one of the things that you said you loved about me that attracted her to me was what?
That you make me laugh.
That I make you laugh. Do I still make you laugh?
You do.
I make her laugh. And
most of the time, you still make me laugh.
You know what else I make you do? I make her eyes roll all the time, too. Do it. Do it for him. Show him how your eyes roll.
I'm sure I will. I'm sure you'll say something in a moment.
Well, instead of say something, let's show something. Let's show another way that we laugh. Okay, so here is another video I like to share.
Worst videos of me, though. Can you make some better ones? You also film me at my heaviest.
This is Amber.
What's it doing right now? Oh.
Showing me what a bunny looks like.
Do it again. What?
There's people. Can you wait?
Okay, do it now.
There's people behind you, and they're seeing
Again.
it.
What's your mom doing? Do it. Do it. Can you do it?
No,
She does it with her top teeth, not her bottom teeth. Do it. I've never wanted to do any more than this.
Put that down right now.
Oh God, I love that video. That's what attracted me to you. You know what?
That's what attracted you.
What is a feature of you that I love? There's two features I love of you. One is her cheekbone. She has the prettiest cheekbones. And then that beautiful nose. I love her nose. I mean, look at my nose. I got mom's nose. And God said, oh, you want an extra nose? Plop. And I got it. You got a beautiful, petite little nose there. I love it.
Thank you.
So, but look how much weight you've lost from that video.
I know.
And everything. We're not the same people.
We are not the same people.
At all. And I think did we show that video already?
One?
Please give us. Oh yeah, we did that one already. So let's go over here and let's do this one here. Hang on a minute. I have to show you this video because it's our darling little grandbaby. And how can we not show her, you know? So this is me and her having fun.
Do it again. Let's do it again. Do it again. We'll do it one more time.
Oh, I love that girl.
She could do this all day.
She could. I had to stop it because she wore me out.
I know.
Let's do it again. One, two, three.
Oh, I love that little girl, man. She just stills my heart so bad. We have so much fun. So on the weekends we get her, and Nana has to babysit her and Poppy. So
I do.
because Poppy
And
doesn't.
all I hear is Poppy, 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 Poppy. It's always a 2-syllable word.
I'm fun. What can I say? She likes her Poppy, right?
She does, which
So,
I'm very happy for.
you know, so when I married into the family, when I married Amber, you know, you marry their kids too.
Yes.
And I love John and Holly as if they were my own kids.
Absolutely.
Because they really are my kids. I've got to help raise them. And you know, me and Holly were always close.
Yes.
I remember I went through some real struggles with my biological daughter that I don't really have a relationship with. And Holly didn't really have that with her dad,
right?
Her biological dad. And me and Holly, we kind of bonded, and she's my daughter. And that little grandbaby, it's funny though, I don't know how they're not my kids, because they act like me. So, you know, I sneeze real loud, or Holly. So
was in high school.
And I yawn. When I yawn, oh, that's even worse, because I do I do all this stuff when I stretch. And they would make fun of me because of this stuff. You know, this is Chestnut stuff though, right? And Holly came home one day and she was like, "Oh, I'm so mad at you. I'm so mad at you." I'm like, "Why? What did I do?" She goes, "Today I yawned in class," and I went before I even knew it.
She said, "I look and all my friends are like, just like looking at me."
And Holly's going to kill me for this, but she's inherited my IBS as well. Should I not have said that?
Oh, I mean, you already showed all my worst videos. You might as well say that too. What can we talk about Prince John? Can we throw him in the list too?
Prince John? Yeah. I mean, but we're not allowed to talk about Prince John. See? Eye roll. Did you catch that? So John, Holly and I have a nickname for John. We call him Prince John because John never gets in trouble.
He gets in trouble.
John never gets in trouble. He doesn't get in trouble. The kid got a gold plaque diploma. A golden diploma.
Okay. I think he ordered that himself. I did not order him the gold plaque. It just appeared at the school and you had to go pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I was talking, I forget what we were talking about. Oh, I was talking about getting Amber a tennis bracelet with all the kids' birthstones on it. And I said, "What's John's birthstone?" Well, wait, what's Holly's first? Holly's what?
Holly's is a peridot. Holly and I are the same. It's
peridot. I don't even know what
it's
a pair of deer. What?
No,
What's a peridot?
It's a light green.
I like your eyes.
Yeah, it's the same color as my eyes, actually.
I love her eyes. She's got nice eyes.
Thank you. So this is the color of my birthstone.
So what's Holly's? I mean, what's Delilah's?
So Delilah's is an amethyst.
Amethyst.
Which is, do you know what color that is?
Is that kind of a purple?
Yeah, it's purple.
She's beautiful.
Do you know what month she's born in?
February.
Okay, good job.
Yeah. And then Jacob. What's Jacob?
Jacob is October. I don't know what. I don't know what
that is. Jacob is our son-in-law,
yes.
Holly's husband, and Delilah's father.
Yes.
So we love Jacob to death.
We do love Jacob.
He's a great dad. He's a great husband.
He is.
And he's a great son-in-law.
And I think he's starting to kind of like us a little bit.
We're a little hard to get. I like watching Jacob because sometimes Jacob will be having dinner and Jacob will go and he'll just bust out laughing because he can't believe
he loves us.
Did you really say that?
I think he's actually starting to like us a little bit though. He actually.
Well, all you guys that know Chestnuts, you know it takes a little bit of getting used to. And Holly, John, and Amber have become Chestnuts. Let's just be honest.
Am I a Chestnut?
You're a Chestnut.
I finally
Yeah, you're on.
Been inducted into. I know this is.
You're on a podcast, but let's get back to the story. Okay. So then John was born when?
In April.
And guess what? Guess what? April's birthstone is
a diamond.
Prince John. Prince John. Okay. And when she says John would get in trouble, I seen her spank him one time. One time. It was when we first got together, and so we had this great idea. So we were going to do parent kid day. So And once in a while I would take Holly and go do something, and she would take John, go do something. This time it was, she took Holly shopping and I took John. So John, this was the first time we'd ever done that too. So it's my first time with John. So John he's what, probably 5.
Yeah.
And he was checking all my boundaries. So I take him to McDonald's, and we get to McDonald's, and I told him we'll get ice cream after. It was, when you do kids day, it's what the kids want to do. What do you want to do?
Right.
And I think we had one rule. We could not go to a movie. And with John, we had to give it a budget too, because John would be like, I want to go to Red Lobster.
And he wants lobster when he goes to Red Lobster.
When he does.
He doesn't
and that
want
was at the age
shrimp.
of 5.
Yes.
Okay. He's always been that way.
Always been that way.
So we had to put a budget on it. So John he wanted to go to McDonald's. He wanted to eat ice cream, and he wanted to play in the kids' play area.
Yeah.
So I take John, and we eat first. I remember Mom gave me a rule. He has to eat his lunch first before he can go play in there. So we did that. And I let John go play. John's in there. I mean, we're in there for, I would say it was an hour probably that we were in there. And I'm spent at this time. It's time to go. It's super crowded now. So I'm like, hey, John, it's time to go. And John did one of these. He didn't hear me. And parents start laughing. They're like, because every parent's experienced that.
They saw you look like a sucker.
They saw that I was a step parent. That's what they saw. All right. So I go, John, now. I even gave this little girl $1 to go up there and get him. He's totally ignoring me. And I'm like, you got to understand, I'm a correction officer at this point in time. I don't give up. I take down inmates. I could take down this 5-year-old. This is not going to happen.
Oh, he taught you that day, didn't he?
Oh boy. So I'm like, John, you get down there, and I'm walking all around there now, and I'm getting mad because people are laughing at me.
Right.
So I said, you've done it now. You've done it now. I took my cell phone out and I go, Amber, and I tell her what's going on, and I've got the phone up. Parents are laughing so hard because I got that phone up and I'm going, you've done it now. You've done it now. You've done it now. And she's like, you get down here right now. Blah, 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 blah. He came down. I should have done that a long time ago. So he comes down, and I get his shoes on. I'm like, I just went, and I'm going to tell you, that was about a 30-minute process to get him out. Okay. He was playing me like a fool. And so I said, let's go home now. And he goes, oh no, I get ice cream now. I go, I get an ice cream now. And he threw himself on the floor and did a kicking and screaming temper tantrum.
Delilah did that in Cracker Barrel the other day.
Yeah, but she's cute when she does it. Prince John is not. And so I remember I just grabbed him by the foot and started dragging him out of McDonald's. We get to the door and he darts out. Mm-hmm. I catch him just before a car hits him because he ran between two cars. I remember I was so angry. I swatted his butt and put him in my, I think I had an Explorer then, put him in the Explorer, and I drove home, and I'm so mad. I'm so mad. And he thinks it's a joke. He thinks it's funny, and when Amber came home, that's the only time I ever saw her. No, twice I saw her whip him. She whipped him then the one time you whipped Holly. Yeah. And he was like, oh, it was my fault, Mommy. She said, don't worry, I'm getting to you soon too. So.
John didn't need to be spanked regularly though. He
True. Holly was the type of kid, you know how your kids are. You got to learn your kids' language.
Yes.
Holly was the type of kid. I couldn't stand it. Holly always went like this to you. You say something. She never cussed at us. She never told us whatever, nothing. But she would just go. I just wanted to beat that shoulder off of her. I told her, I'm teaching Delilah, and I'm teaching Delilah. When Mommy tells you to do something, just go like that, okay? Just go like that. Holly doesn't think that's funny. No. But anyways, you could hit Holly with a 2x4. We didn't. No.
But you could.
We did. And but she was going to do what she was going to do.
Yes.
And she was stubborn. Now, John, you just have to look at him and he would start crying. "Ah!" I remember one time we were out having ice cream. Remember this?
Yes, it
And
still
John
breaks
had
my heart.
John had ice cream, chocolate ice cream all over his face. And you said, what did you say to him?
I said, we need to go clean your face. It's disgusting.
And he went, ah! He started crying. He goes, don't you ever say that to me again. He could, we would, if he'd asked for a pony that night, we would have got him a pony. Her heart
I
was
still feel
so
that way.
broken because it broke his heart because she said, you said your face is ugly. That's what you
No,
said.
I said it was disgusting.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. So, but you know, it's
Clearly
been,
not to either one of us.
it's been fun. So, mom. So let's talk about John and mom.
Oh,
So
they were
mom,
like
oh
best friends.
yes, and that's what I love about my parents. My parents, they accepted John and Holly as their grandparents. You know,
from day one.
Yes, and my parents loved them.
Your mom was the emergency contact on the schools for years.
Yes. And but John loved to go because mom had a junk drawer. And when I say junk drawer, junk food drawer.
Yeah.
And John loves Vienna sausages. Dad to this day makes Jamie buy Vienna sausages in case John comes over. Okay. Prince John.
John also likes to bargain. And he starts at high numbers. And so Rella would say, I will give you 1 Hershey Kiss after you eat your sandwich for lunch.
And he go,
5.
How about 5?
How about 5?
We'll do 5.
5.
And then she would go, no, we'll do 2. And he's like, 4?
5. No,
4?
he'd stay at 5 for a little bit. And then he'd finally come down to 4. But
they would get 3 by the time it was over. He'd have at least 3, 4. He would do the same to her too.
Yes.
But anyway, so they always had food for John.
So my favorite was one night we went to Ryan's, it's a buffet. And I go up and go make John's food, some vegetables, a protein, things that mom makes her kid eat. Yeah. And Rella goes straight to the dessert bar.
That was mom.
Doesn't even get a piece of fried chicken, nothing. Straight to the dessert bar. And then John gets back to the table and he's like, well, why does Mama Rella get cake for dinner and I have to eat chicken?
And what did mom do? She's like, I'm the grandparent, so you don't have to.
Yes,
she took him
to the dessert bar.
And that's what John ate for dinner. But my mom was always that way. My mom had a sweet tooth. And she wasn't the fat one in the family. We were all fat. But I remember we would go to a restaurant and we would eat a dinner and mom would have pie.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time. That's how it was. But mom, so we took John over there. She babysit John one time because we had to work. It was a holiday.
He was in private school and it was a
teacher planning
day.
Yeah.
So you want me to tell the story?
No, you tell the story because you're going to interrupt me and tell it.
No, go ahead.
Anyway. No,
it's funny when I'm drinking. So we go to pick up John and on the way there, and Rella says, "Yeah, he hasn't felt very good all day. Like he's been sleeping all day.
Which is, let me tell you, is not John."
I'm like, well, he felt fine this morning when I brought him to you. Like, I don't know what's going on. Go ahead.
And then we find out mom had been slipping him Benadryl all day.
All day.
Well, he had an allergy thing. He said he had allergies.
So when I finally get there and I'm like, wake him up. I'm like, all right, well, let's go walk this off and let's go have some dinner and, try to absorb some of that Benadryl that you've had all day.
But mom did that to us as kids. I remember mom. And now I think about it. My mom used to give me NyQuil. That's how did you take care of ADHD back then? NyQuil or Actifed. We were laughing about that the other day. I think they had to take Actifed's off the market now.
It's got to be. I'm sure it is.
But man, mom used to give us Actifed. Man, that stuff would just knock.
If not, I need some. I need to find some if it's still on the market. Because I would sleep for days when my grandmother gave me Actifed.
Yeah. So, but those are the fun moments of our family and everything.
We have lots of fun moments.
We do.
Family vacations. And how come you didn't pull up any of those cute videos? Why do you get
I'm
all
going to say
ones?
those because today's episode is Meet Amber.
Oh,
that's
there
today's
be another episode.
Yeah, we'll do another episode down the road because we have lots of great family vacation videos. Because that was something I remember as a kid, our vacations were always family camp. I can remember 2 vacations that we went on as kids. And so that's the one thing that I love that me and Amber have done over the years is we tried every year to take our kids on vacation. And listen, don't judge us, but tell them how did we pay for our vacations?
Well, first of all, I vacation on a budget. We eat peanut butter and jelly. We take our crock pot, even if we're in a hotel room, typically with beef stew in it, whatever. But there were some years that we struggled financially, and Mike and I would go give plasma.
Yep.
That was our vacation money.
All year long.
Starting from March or April, and they'd put it on a debit card, and we would just save that debit card. And
it was $50, $60 a pop. Go twice a week.
And our kids
for 52
never knew that, and we tried to make it where we wouldn't, like, we would go to Universal and we would eat one meal in the park, and typically
our first vacation was Dollywood. That was so much fun.
Yeah, so that was an eye opener for us. I'd never been to a tourist town like that. I'm from Pensacola, but there was like paid parking there, and so everywhere we went, it was $50 parking, $60 parking for just the day. And so we quickly ran through our money.
Yes.
I mean, very quickly. And so, we go to Walmart and go pick up pizza rolls and, make sandwich stuff. And the kids could care less. They could care less. And so we budgeted basically a nice dinner every night. The kids could order whatever they wanted within reason.
Yep.
And then the rest of the time we'd eat out of the crock pot, we'd eat sandwiches. But I remember as we progressed in our vacations and we would go to Universal and we would take frozen peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, Uncrustables. So we'd get a box of Uncrustables and 2 cans of Pringles and our water cups, because we'd just use like water flavoring or whatever and fill up our water cups. And we would be standing in line at the Harry Potter rides that you're in line for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
And we'd pull out our Uncrustables and eat them. And people around us were like,
they were jealous.
Where'd you get those? Like, I was like, we get at them at Walmart on the way here.
But Amber's that mom that she takes care of everybody. And so vacation, Amber planned it. I don't know how we had great vacations.
Yes.
But they were so budgeted.
Yes.
And the kids never had a clue
the
sacrifice that we made. And you, especially, because it would wear on you because you wanted your kids to remember their childhood and enjoy it.
Because I didn't go on very many family vacations. I grew up with my grandmother. She was on a fixed income. I went to Disney World very, very young. I was like 4. Maybe 5. And then our next trips were to always go see my Uncle Jim. So when he lived in Houston, we drive to Houston and see him, and things like that. So that was our vacation. So we didn't, and camp. I didn't go to vacations either. So
we've learned though that our favorite vacation is without the kids.
It's just the 2 of us.
I love it.
Yes.
Because this is the parents we are, and not, let's pat ourselves on the back a little bit. But no, what was important to us on vacations was that the kids had fun.
We rode the rides they wanted to ride.
We didn't plan a vacation on what we liked and wanted. We planned on what would they like.
Yes.
And what we wanted to make sure they did everything they got to do.
Yeah.
And I do want to do an episode where we show some of the stuff, like when we went to Horror Nights at Universal Studio and watched John take off running because he's a scaredy cat.
That was like our 3rd year going, because you and Holly used to just go by yourselves, and John and I would go do something like family friendly because John was scared.
Yeah. So one year I decided, I want to take you somewhere. So we had season passes at Universal Studio.
It was actually cheaper to buy season passes.
Yeah. So we had season passes. So I decided for her birthday one year, I'm taking you.
40th birthday.
Yep. I took her to Universal Studios, just me and her. We didn't tell the kids. We snuck off. And I got his ticket for the Blue Man
Mhm.
show. And then I took her to a comedy club that weekend
Yep.
and some stuff like that. And it was what we liked. We went to Universal and saw all the shows.
Yes.
We rode the rides we wanted to ride, but we rode.
Ate the food we wanted to eat.
Oh, it was great.
It was great.
But John saw on Facebook that we were at the Blue Man show. And he was what? How old was he? He was
Well, so
15,
it was 5
16?
years ago. I mean, so he was
He's 18.
13.
13 years old.
Yes.
So he called. He was at his dad's house. He called and
Mhm.
he's, are you guys at Universal Studio? And Amber's like, well, yeah, Mike took me here for my birthday. He hung up, didn't he?
He was so mad. I can't believe y'all went without me. And
But that's how life was. Our life was, our life revolved around the kids.
as it should be.
You know, we did. And so we learned that. So we're going on a cruise and
A week.
yeah, just me and her.
A week from
Just
tomorrow.
me and the wife. This is my wife.
Yes.
Beautiful. Meet Amber. I'm so fortunate to have this beautiful woman that I can call my wife. I love her to death. So we're going on a cruise together. We're enjoying our life together. And you know, we both were far from God when we met, and we've worked on that. We have a great relationship with God, a great relationship at our church with each other, and we've had to work on it. And she should get a medal for putting up with me as long as she did. But we both were determined that we were going to let this work.
I think that goes both ways.
Well,
I'm not the easiest person
I think
to
you
be
are.
with either.
I think you are. So, well, before we get too mushy on here, so this is my wife, Amber. And we are so glad you guys saw us today. And, you know, Becky missed out on all this
but
today.
I would like to do one with Becky and I, because Becky is truly my sister. From day one, I have another sister-in-law, Tammy. I love her too. She's a great cook. I would have liked to have probably learned and some of her baking. She's amazing. She's crafty and like,
yeah,
I'm not those things. And, but Becky, I don't know. Becky and I just, I don't know. We just like,
well,
really hit it off. And
Amber's an only child, so
Yes.
she never had
no, I don't have
siblings.
siblings.
And it's funny because when Holly and John were growing up, they would fight, and she's like, I just want them to love each other. Will they ever love each other? Will they ever like each other? You remember those days? And I was like, I always kept telling her, honey, this is what siblings do.
Yeah. He
And
said, wait till one of them move out of the house.
I said, when Holly moves out, they'll become best friends. And guess what?
They are best friends. Sometimes I look on Live 360 and I'm like, oh, well, John's at his sister's house. I haven't seen either one of them, but John's at his sister's house. And that actually makes my heart happy that they love each other.
Yeah. So, well, folks, thank you for watching this episode of Growing Up Chestnut. We're sorry we missed last week. We've just had a lot of things going on, but we have some great shows. We got some great interviews that are coming up soon. We've got some people we're going to interview that you guys are going to really enjoy interview. It's just hard trying to get everyone scheduled together.
Everyone's so busy. Life is so busy now.
Life is busy. So anyways, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a great, is there a holiday coming up? No, that's next week.
No, next week.
All right. So no happy holidays yet. Bye, y'all.
Bye.